imitate, assimilate, innovate. This trio of words, cherished by musicians and educators worldwide, encapsulates the guitarist's journey from student to artist. Our guitar heroes inspire and drive us to imitate their playing as accurately as possible. Assimilating their teachings, we construct a foundation of skills, techniques, and vocabulary. This groundwork rewards us with creative freedom to innovate, nurturing our unique sound and artistry. Join us this month as we celebrate guitar heroes and legends that have inspired and influenced many of our own TrueFire artists and educators. You just might discover a few new guitar heroes and legends to add to your own list. Let's dig in. Jimi Hendrix, the legendary guitarist, was a true pioneer in the world of electric guitar. With his unparalleled creativity and unmatched skill, he revolutionized the instrument, pushing boundaries and redefining what was possible. Hendrix's distinctive sound and innovative playing techniques continue to inspire generations of musicians. Today's free lesson on Jimi Hendrix is from Josh Smith's Guitar Heroes course. Let's dig in.
All right, let's talk about Jimi, James Marshall Hendrix. Jeez. Man, not just to me, I don't think any guitar player has had the effect on everybody who played the instrument after him like Jimi Hendrix. Just, like kind of like a mythical creature. The first time I heard Jimi Hendrix, my father still does have a giant vinyl record collection. And we would leave to, go to school, go to work, go to eat. And the records down on the bottom row, we got this new dog, and the dog started pulling out the sleeves of the vinyl and kind of leaving them laying on the floor. And I remember coming home and finding ripped up vinyl sleeves, and one of them was Are You Experienced? And I said, what's this one? I was probably 5 years old or something. My dad put it on, and like, what is this music? And I also remember vividly my dad telling me the story of when he first heard Purple Haze on the radio when he was in college, and how much it even changed his life, and he's not a musician. And I think that's the thing about Jimi that can't be overstated, kind of the far-reaching impact he had across music, not just with musicians in general. So as far as the guitar playing goes, it definitely made me want to play a Strat right away. I had to have one. Then I saw the video, of Jimi playing, and obviously he's like the coolest thing ever. Again, it's like he's a god up there on stage. He looked so cool, and he was so effortless, and the showmanship was amazing. But what came out was like this mix of just this deep respect and love for the blues. Like when I hear him, I can hear Otis Rush, and I can hear Buddy Guy, and I can hear Albert Collins, and I can hear Albert King, of course. And he loved that stuff. But also, man, I hear the Curtis Mayfield. I hear the Cornell Dupree. I hear him playing, with Curtis Knight or playing with King Curtis and doing that soul guitar thing. And he mixed it all up and came up with something that had never been done. And I don't think it's ever been equaled in the short period of time. The writing, the playing, the tonal exploration, all the things he did, I don't think anybody's ever done all that to that extent in such a short period of time. Just complete magic. So when I hear him, I'm hearing him mix up, Buddy Guy type stuff. By the way, that's one of my favorite Jimi licks, and I have an echo on just because it's Jimi Hendrix, right? Like, that's one of my favorite Jimi licks. But this one, too. I love when he does that. Of course, he's the first guy I ever heard do. Probably the first guy I even heard do this. But then, man, think about the way he played rhythm guitar, all that. Amazing, right? Like that's straight out of Cornell Dupree and Curtis Mayfield, but with a Jimi filter. He was doing all this unbelievable stuff, and then you combine that with the tunes he was writing. I can't even, and then what about the tone? He was doing things that had never been done before. He had Echoplex going on. He had fuzz face going on. He had Octavia going on. He'd turn this thing on and get, and he's like the first guy you hear using it. It was like a revolution, quite honestly, He had that Octavia, turn on the fuzz. Just magical stuff. It was an enormous influence on me, especially on my writing, on some of my showmanship, quite honestly. As a kid, I wanted to do anything Jimi did, so I would copy some of that stuff, the behind the head, the with the teeth thing. I didn't dress like him because I didn't think I could pull it off, and I was a little too reserved. But man, just magical, magical stuff. So I'm excited to kind of jump in and play over this Jimi track. We actually kind of worked hard on this backing track and wrote something I think is really fun to play over. So let's dive in and play over this Jimi track, and we'll talk about some of my favorite Jimi isms.